When would that be? Do you have a stat sheet, Dave? Thank you.
Thank you for participating tonight. We will now begin with an opening statement from head coach Andy Enfield and then go into questions. Please use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you're called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. Coach, please give us a brief opening statement and then we'll go to questions.
Well, we're very concerned. Our thoughts are with Bert Smith, the official who collapsed early in the game. I hope he's all right. We were all talking about that. We wish him the best. We were all thinking about him. As far as the game goes, Gonzaga played extremely well in the first half offensively. We turned the ball over a little bit to start the game, and they got out in transition. And second half, we played much better, but it was too late. So congratulations to Gonzaga. They played very well tonight.
Our first question is from Adam Grossbard.
Adam Grossbard in Penny Register. Andy, you mentioned Gonzaga's quick start. Just against a team like that, what made it so difficult to recover from that?
Well, we turned the ball over a few times early in the game, and they had a lot of points in the paint early off of our turnovers, and then we missed a lot of easy shots. I think there was one stretch where we were trying to cut into the lead, and our post players missed 3 straight jump hooks or layups, and that was 6 points, and they went down and scored, and that extended the lead from 6 or 7 up to about 13 or 14 at the time, and that's tough to come back on this team because they're so good in transition, and they were certainly making shots. So we didn't do our part offensively. It was not it was a little unusual because we've been playing so well offensively. We haven't been turning the ball over. We've been making shots and playing together as a team. So I thought we got sped up a little bit at times in the first half because we were trying too hard after our slow start. But once again, it was a little surprising because we've been playing great basketball.
Our next question is from Ryan Karja, LA Times.
Hey, Andy, obviously not the result you guys wanted tonight, but how do you put into context this season, just getting back to the Elite Eight for the first time in 20 years for this program?
Well, we're so proud of our players. We had a brand new team, and they didn't even get to know each other until school started. There was no summer. We didn't even meet our players until half our team. We never met in person until September 1st. So in my coaching career, I've never seen a team develop a chemistry and a culture on and off the court like this team has. They improved dramatically from the start of training camp throughout the season, keep getting better and better, and I think you saw that in the NCAA tournament. We became a very good basketball team, and off the court, they have a very strong bond, and they're just a lot of fun to be around. So this is a very special team in USC basketball history to be 25-8, make the Elite Eight. And I just can't say enough about these guys. And I know tonight was not the result we all wanted, but these guys are winners in here. We were picked 6th in the preseason in our own league and came in the top 8 in the country. So to do that, this is a really special basketball team, and we're very, very proud of them.
Our next question is from Dylan Hernandez, LA Times.
Hey, Andy. Obviously, it's no secret about Gonzaga and what they do in transition. And I was just kind of wondering, especially with the turnovers that you guys committed early in the game, did Gonzaga add any kind of wrinkles that you guys weren't prepared for? Or did you just feel that maybe your players weren't in the right headspace maybe in those early minutes?
Well, I don't know about headspace. I think our players made some mistakes, and that's they're college basketball players, and that's what happens sometimes. They got sped up a little bit, and we made some uncharacteristic turnovers early. We've been starting games pretty well, not turning it over, and so they were prepared to play. They were excited to be here, and they were very prepared to play. They knew Gonzaga, what they were trying to do, and they came out, and we dribbled the ball. We lost the ball dribbling. I think we traveled. They had some deflections, and they got out in transition. And so it wasn't a lack of mental preparation on our players' part. I think they just didn't play well in the beginning part of the game.
Our next question is from Aaron Beard, AP.
Hey, Andy, Aaron Beard with the AP. You did call an early timeout there during that stretch when it ran out. What was kind of your message to the guys just to, I don't know, try to settle them down or correct the turnovers? What were you trying to accomplish at that point?
Well, Gonzaga was trying to deny, and they did some switching, but we just played three teams that were very physical. The three teams we just beat in the NCAA tournament, they denied, they switched, and so it wasn't anything we haven't seen, especially the last 2 weeks. So it was not some new defense we've never seen. We just didn't play well, and so we were trying to get our guys to settle down and move the ball and make the right play, and then play off of 2 feet when you drive, and just be strong with the ball. So we did settle down, and the last 30 minutes of the game was pretty even, but it was just the first 10 or 12 minutes we got in a deep hole.
Our next question is from Carter Hill, fifth quarter.
Hey, Coach. Carter Hill with fifth quarter. Congratulations on a great season. Kind of piggybacking off an earlier one, do you feel this season has revitalized USC basketball for the future?
Well, I think this season was very important for our program. To make the Elite Eight for the second time in 67 years is a credit to our players and what they accomplished this season. We're 25-8. We've won 47 games the last 2 years, which is another accomplishment. I think that's third in the nation of the power conferences. And so, this was important for us to win some games in the March Madness, because if you remember last year, the March Madness was canceled. And our team last year thought they could win some games like this year's team. And so this was even more special because a few of the guys who were on last year's team didn't get a chance to participate in the NCAA tournament. So, I think this was a very important tournament for us. I think it shows that the Pac-12 and USC can compete at the national level, and we've been doing that the last 5 or 6 years. And I'm very happy that not only our program, USC, but also some of the other conference Pac-12 colleagues, and they advanced as well. So we're very, very happy for that.
Our next question is from Shotgun Spratling.
Andy, Shotgun Spratling, USCFootball.com. Isaiah Mobley was just named to the All-Region team. What did he mean to the team during this NCAA tournament run for you?
Well, Isaiah Mobley has improved. I think you've seen that. His inside-outside game has improved, his shooting, his ball handling. And he's getting better as a player. That's what college basketball is all about, player development, guys getting better. And we're a much better team now than we were early in the year and even mid-season. So our players just kept getting better and better, and with that, our team got better. So I think Isaiah was a huge part of that. He had a great NCAA tournament.
Our next question is from Zachary Braziller, New York Post.
Zach Braziller, New York Post. Andy, what do you think it'll take for, whether it's Michigan or UCLA, and then maybe Baylor to beat Gonzaga? How do you beat that team?
Well, we didn't do a very good job, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I'm just joking. But Gonzaga is an exceptional basketball team. Offensively, they're very fast. They have terrific athletes, and they have skill at every position. They're hard to guard because a lot of teams you can sag off of one or two players at particular times, but Gonzaga is very skilled and very fast. And when Tim A's playing as well as he did tonight in the lane, and their shooters and their ball handling, their speed is very hard. We did a pretty good job some parts of the game, but to answer your question, I think whoever makes the Final Four, I think there's 3 teams in it now, will be a terrific Final Four. I think all the teams right now are playing at a high level, and of course Baylor and Houston and Gonzaga have proven they deserve to be there, and so we wish them the best, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be decided on the court.
Our next question is from Ryan Karja, LA Times.
Andy, I know you've operated under the idea that this would be Evan's only season at USC. Just reflecting back on what he's meant to this program, obviously he had a good game tonight, but what's he meant just in general?
Well, Evan is the most unselfish superstar we've ever coached. He's a team player. He is unassuming. He's humble. And he just works every day to get better. And he's meant a lot to our team because he leads by example. He's not the most vocal young man, but he's getting more vocal as he has more game experience. But his improvement was just incredible this season. He came in, he only averaged about 18 points a game in high school, and he averaged almost that here in college. And for him to be the focal point of defenses and learn how to play through physicality, and he only weighs 210 pounds right now, and he's playing against guys that are bigger and stronger, and then they double team him a lot. So his development from as I said, the last 2 games before this, Evan had 11 assists. He was our 5th leading scorer against Kansas. We scored 85 points, and we scored 82 against Oregon, and he had 5 assists in that game, and he was our 4th leading scorer. So for him in the NCAA tournament to be our 4th and 5th leading scorer, but beat teams like we did, it just shows his unselfishness. It shows his skill level and his mentality of being a winner. And he's going to have a bright future in the NBA, because one thing about Evan Mobley is he's a flat-out winner. And we're exceptionally proud of him and really happy to coach him, and he's going to be a Trojan forever. So we'll wish him the best when that time comes, but we're very proud of Evan.
Our next question is from Theo Lawson.
Theo Lawson with the spokesman reviewing Spokane. So much was made about the matchup between Isaiah and Evan and Drew Timme. What did Timme do in particular to be so effective tonight?
Well, he's very crafty in the lane, using his body, his fakes. He's side fake, shot fake, up fake, and he has that little flip shot he throws in there. And so he played a great game tonight. I thought he finished a lot of shots in the lane. Some of them were contested, and they still went in. So I thought that was a big difference in the first half. We missed probably 6 or 7 either layups or jump hooks early, and it really hurt us because we were missing some of the shots we normally make, and they were making everything. And some of their guards were driving and shooting it over our bigs, and those shots were going in. So that we don't see that. Usually teams miss a lot of those shots against us, and tonight they made those, and at the same time we were missing ours, and that was a huge turning point for a 5 or 6 minute stretch where we couldn't buy a basket in the lane, and they kept making shots at the rim.
Our final question for Coach is from Shotgun Spratling.
Andy, outside of the fast break points, how did you feel about the defensive performance?
Well, I think the transition defense got us in the hole because of our turnovers, some of our missed shots. But I thought the second half, our zone was very effective and played pretty well, and they made a couple shots late. But it wasn't one of our better defensive efforts. Gonzaga had a lot to do with that. As I said, they made a lot of tough shots early, and we missed it. So I think we were in scramble mode offensively for a few minutes. But defensively, it was they shot a pretty good percentage, so give them credit. I think it was more about them playing well than it was because we played very hard. We just it's trouble getting a couple stops in a row.
Thank you, Coach, for your time today.
Thank you.
We will be joined momentarily by Evan Mobley. Please use this time to raise or lower your hands as necessary. We are now joined by Evan Mobley. Please use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you're called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. Our first question is from Adam Grossbard.
Adam Grossbard, M20 Register. Evan, I know it's fresh after this game, but how do you weigh what this team accomplished and just the disappointment of going home after this tournament run?
We did great. A lot of predictions before the season didn't predict us to go anywhere this far. We were big like 6 in the Pac-12. We were one of the top teams. We were at the top 8 teams in America. So I'm just happy we came this far. Yeah, and we left it all out there on the floor.
Our next question is from Ryan Karcha, LA Times.
Evan, it seemed like they came out really quickly and you guys looked a little overwhelmed, especially defensively. What were those first 10 minutes like, just in general?
They got into transition a lot. We didn't get back enough. We tried to put emphasis on that, but we didn't get back fast enough or run back hard enough. And that's when they got a lot of free buckets, easy layups, and that's when they went up in the beginning.
Our next question is from Aaron Beard, AP.
Aaron Beard, AP, was there a common thing with the turnovers early on? You guys were getting your pocket picked, a couple passes going wrong. Was there anything you can put your finger on as to why the turnovers were such a problem early and put you in such an early hole?
No, but they were denying their wings a lot. So a lot of our plays involve a lot of movement and swinging the ball. But we couldn't swing the ball because our wings weren't open necessarily. So it would cause the guard to go one-on-one or so, and sometimes it would cause a turnover.
Our next question is from Carter Hill, fifth quarter.
Hey, Evan, Carter Hill, fifth quarter. Congratulations on a great season. If this were to be it for you at USC, what will you remember from your time there at USC?
Just a great atmosphere, great team. Just the whole entire experience was great. I'm glad I came and chose this school to play for, and it's everything that I hoped it would be. We fell a little short, but I'm glad we even made it this far.
Our next question is from Zachary Braziller, New York Post.
Zach Braziller, New York Post. Evan, did anything about Gonzaga surprise you? I mean, were they better than you even could tell on film?
No, I feel like their transition is probably one of the best in the country because they really got out and ran. That's where like most of their buckets came from. But that would probably be the only thing I really like noticed that was a little bit more than I expected.
What would take it? What is it going to take to beat them, you think?
Just team defense and limiting their shots because they get a lot of shots up and they get out really quick. So probably defense and stopping their shooting because a lot of their points came in the paint tonight and we couldn't really stop that.
Our next question is from Shotgun Spratling.
Spratling, USCFootball.com. Evan, the matchup with Drew Timme, what was he doing to be able to score like he did tonight?
We started out in zone, and our zone principles are when people are in the middle, not to really rush up because we rather have them shoot the contested mid-range and stuff like that. But they kept getting it to the middle, and then it would just cause miscommunications and stuff, and that's where he got most of his buckets in the middle of the paint.
Our next question is from Theo Lawson.
Theo Lawson with the Spokesman Review. What was so impressive about the way that Jalen Sykes kind of commanded the floor, almost had a triple-double? What did you kind of see from him leading their offense tonight?
He's a great player. He had a great pace to his game, and he was just attacking whenever he could, and that's where most of his points and assists came from because we would help, and he would kick out at the right times and stuff like that.
Any additional questions for Evan? Our next question is from Shotgun Spratling.
Evan, how important was Isaiah's play in the NCAA tournament to help you guys get to the Elite Eight?
It was very important. Anytime, I said this before, anytime any player does good, it helps the team out no matter what you look at. So he was a great help this entire tournament. Every game he came out, played his heart out. So that's congrats to him and props to him.
Thank you, Evan, for your time.
Thank you.
That's it for tonight. A full transcript will be provided by ASAP Sports at ncaa.com/transcripts. You can also find a recording of this press conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Thank you.